bit sassy, a little bit crazy, a little bit classy. We got dreams and we got goals. We're just a couple of old sassholes.
Hey!
Hi! That wasn't as enthusiastic as a countdown as
No,
you got last time.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
I was waiting on Theo to get done chugging.
He's thirsty.
His tail's wagging. We're actually recording in Maple Manor today.
Yes, this is our podcast, A Couple of Sassholes. I'm Brooklyn Maple.
Oh, I'm Heather's Harry.
And yes, this is our podcast about true crime, miscellaneous shit. Apparently murder is what gets us the most views, so we're going to be talking more about murder.
Y'all like some killing shit.
We're just all here to make sure that we look at the stats and give our listeners what they want. Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
We're at my house.
Yeah, definitely at the kitchen table where it all started.
Oh.
Back in January. But we released in what you all think is April. Except for we said January 400 times on that. I haven't listened to that episode, have you?
Oh, of course I have.
I listened to it a long time, but like it's weird.
I haven't listened to it. Like I don't just re-listen to it. I don't just keep rereading.
I do it for quality assurance. Like
I listen to it.
You know when sometimes. you call like 1-800 numbers and they're like, this call will be recorded for quality assurance. Yeah. Yeah. I used to have to train people on that.
Cool.
And pull them back. Isn't that weird? Because you always think, oh, they don't listen, but they do.
No, I don't know. I worked at a call center. And
oh, yeah, you did too.
Yeah.
Forgot. Same background.
Yeah. Anyway, that was not riveting at all for us, but yeah. No, it's always weird listening to our podcast.
Well, especially because we recorded the first ones on my phone.
Do you hate your voice?
Yes.
It's I always disliked my voice. Like I remember being 12 and that's when people started asking me if I was like sick, and I wasn't sick. It was just the fact that I decided to have like a Toni Braxton voice.
Yeah, no,
I just have a deeper voice.
I do too. We have vocal fry.
We have what?
That's what it's called, vocal fry.
What the fuck is that?
I learned it from Karen, Georgia. If you have like a little bit of a rasp,
yeah,
that's what it's called apparently. And we have that.
Yeah.
And then I like gargle when I say my GR sometimes, and it drives me insane. And I never noticed it until I started doing this. And now you will.
Man.
Yeah. I'm like longer.
Oh.
Yeah, I did it like that.
Oh.
So I'm going to try to work on it.
Please. Wow, I never noticed it.
Yeah, it's annoying. Oh. Wait till you start editing and then you're really going to know. You're like, God.
Oh, I'll just start like texting you less.
So mean.
No, I'm not.
I need a drink after that.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the drinks and then jump into some random things that have happened. The journeys that we're going.
I'm cracking up though. He hasn't touched his food all day, and the second we start recording, Theo's like,
it doesn't shock me at all.
It's time to eat.
That's my poopy stoops. Like
he is so excited.
He's a hungry bear now. Okay, drinks.
Okay.
So we hate each other because I love IPAs, so I got Heather an IPA. Heather loves sweet wine. I'd rather vomit it up on the table.
Yeah.
And she got me a sweet wine. So we're pretty much going to test out this drink and then swap a Ruski because there ain't no way I could have a full glass of any purple toad wine in the whole world. I hate that brand.
Shots fired.
I mean, no, sorry.
Personal preference. You just don't like they're all sweet wines.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Nothing against their brand. They do. Yeah.
They're very popular. They're in every store. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This, you got me.
That knocked me out of the seat. She snuck up, snatched me in my mouth. Okay, sorry.
The sneeze, not me. But God willing.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, this is called Spooky Tooth. Did you just get it just so I would say it?
No, but I'm really glad I did. And I'm glad you're the one that said it. I walked by it when I was on the phone with you at Kroger.
Spooky Tooth. Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
Yep.
Fatheads Brewery. Huh?
I don't even have this over here.
Yours is
oh my God, it's a 4 on a sweetness scale. Like they even need a fucking ranking. It's 10 on the sweetness scale. They have from 1 to 6, and this is a 4.
Yeah.
It's a Purple Toad Winery caramel.
This is 9%.
Apple wine with caramel flavor.
This is 9% alcohol, this can.
This is 12%.
It says, chill out, man. Have a beer. That's their slogan.
That's my slogan.
Thanks, Fathead
Cheers.
Brewery. Oh, cheers. I feel like I should mow the lawn after this.
I feel like I need it. I don't know.
Well,
it's because I'm like still.
come on, let's just do it. I don't want this either. It's not terrible, but it's not a choice I would make.
I understand that.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of my ex-boyfriends.
A lot of those were terrible. You just weren't around to see my mistakes.
Yeah, if only.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you about this one.
Okay. I don't taste pumpkin. I don't.
Okay,
I just taste stout.
This is caramel apple.
Yes.
I turn it back around. I really don't. Yeah, this is caramel apple. I definitely taste caramel. I don't taste apple.
Okay.
It's so sweet. I almost need a shot of water after.
That's what I said. You should put ice in
Yeah,
it. Water
I just
down.
wanted to. I'm gonna pass that over to you. It's a beautiful color of like morning piss.
This is more. Your pee looks like this. I'm gonna take you to the doctor right now.
I knew you'd say that. I love it. It's like root beer color.
No, this is
Apple
like
cider?
what was the mosquito frozen in? Did you hear it? Frozen. Did you hear it?
Oh,
Frozen.
don't do it.
I'm trying not to.
I know.
And-
I'm point it out.
And
I want to be your best friend forever.
oh my god. What was I even saying? Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Where this is what
That
the
was-
amber.
That was syrup.
Was it syrup?
It was syrup.
You just want to say maple syrup.
No, I don't know that it was maple syrup. I just know it was syrup. Is
Just
there
the
only maple syrup? Is that the only tree syrup?
I don't know. Is it like breakfast sausage?
Will you give me that pumpkin ale?
Oh yeah.
So you didn't taste the pumpkin? What
No.
did you taste?
Stout.
Okay. You were explaining all the flavors.
I mean, stout. It's just it's everything that I don't care for, but I see why you like it.
All right. So this Spooky Tooth has the cutest fucking can.
It is cute.
And I found them at Kroger for everyone that's curious about where it came from. Yeah.
Man, that is
These
sweet.
one drinks
This
are going to be
tastes
pretty
like
brutal.
those suckers.
Yeah, but no.
I love
Oh,
those
those are
suckers,
my
but I don't
favorite
want to
suckers.
drink.
The apple. Just
The
so
caramel.
everyone else
Oh, yeah.
remember that
We keep forgetting that we're not just talking to ourselves.
Yes, it is those green suckers with the caramel on them for the fall, and I love those. I always
Yes.
do that.
Please drop those off.
Yeah. At
At work.
WBKI that I will be working there
Speaking of
tomorrow.
which, we haven't even touched on that yet. Like tomorrow is your first day of school.
Yeah. My last day of school was hard.
How do you feel about it?
Like it's a new journey. I don't know. I for people who don't know, I worked for a company that I thought was going to be the place that I was going to retire. I thought it was going to be kind of like my career, and I'd stick in manufacturing forever. And, you know, our relationship didn't turn out that way. And now I'm going to come to WBKR on Town Square Media and go into sales, which is something I haven't done in. Don't tell Tracy who hired me. I haven't done.
She'll hear this, but you've already signed, so
Bam. No, I mean, I did sales when I first came out of college, and that was like, what, 21, 22? And I'm
22 years ago.
34. Fuck you. Bitch.
I'm older than you. I'm allowed
No,
to.
so I'm excited. I'm excited, nervous, getting a little like emo in my feels. Just kind of nervous, I guess. I wasn't expecting to have a first day of school again.
It's uncomfortable, but it's a good uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'm leaning in. Good point. It's a good uncomfortable.
And I'm there, so
Yeah. I mean, can't get any better than that.
I'm going to remind you of that when I get on your nerves at work.
Whatever. Ain't nothing different than Tuesday, living our normal lives.
I'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay, things that we want to talk about.
Oh, yeah, get your
So,
wine.
one thing that's entertaining. Yeah, okay. If I was going to vote, I'd say hell no on your wine, and you'd say hell no on my beer. So I'm going to write the review for the beer, and you're going to write the review for the wine.
Yeah, that I could do a one and done of this wine, like after dinner if I know I'm just going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But that, I don't like anything in that realm, so of course I'm not going to like it. But I'm sure if you liked,
I think it's a delightful beer. It's a very
Astute.
nice pumpkin ale. Whenever you buy it, it's only a pack of 4. And it's pricey.
Because they're
every beer-
9%,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I'm going to be sloshed at the end of it. So we were talking about it, and we realized we never explained why we call each other Becky.
oh
And that was because Jaden was like, who's Becky?
Mm.
And I didn't realize, I think Heather had signed a card, my congratulations card with Becky. And I don't know. I was like, oh, it's Heather. He's like, oh, okay. You guys aren't fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, I gotta remember why. Well, because Dragon, my friend Dragon, I keep forgetting that I'm not just talking to you.
Yeah. We should be better at this.
Yeah, we should be. No, not a year. Yeah.
We're not far off, Beck.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're right. Anywho, so her aunt would call her sister Becky. Like when she'd like get irritated with her, like, oh, Sister Becky. And then we thought it was funny. And then I said it to you one time and then you thought it was funny. And then we just started calling each other that. Schmecky. Well, you say that one.
Becky Sue.
Because of Mallory. Becky Sue. I said Becky Sue. Yeah. You say Becky Lou.
I do.
Oh, God, it's like dogs.
It's very dumb. Like very stupid. Our bad that we never even explained episode 15 and we're like, hey.
This is
it's like episode 16.
17. This will be 18.
Oof, oof.
And that's not even counting the little ones, just the tips.
Oh, we haven't done just the tip in a while.
Because they don't rank as high.
Well,
apparently people just like to skip past this part.
See, do they?
I'm assuming.
I would assume too, because I did that in my past podcasting experiences with people before too. Yeah. Until I got into them. And then I was like, oh, okay, I actually like hearing what their thoughts are about shit. But I have to get to that point where I'm like, I really don't care.
Committed. Yeah.
I have to actually give a fuck. And you know how hard it is for me to give a fuck.
Oh, I know.
I have to harvest those.
Harvest.
It takes all year.
Like that show.
Harvest Moon.
Saturday?
Saturday is it's a full moon.
Oh.
It's a harvest moon.
I was thinking of that show that I can't stop thinking about.
Everyone start setting your intentions.
That's right.
It's time.
Also, right at dawn. What?
We did. So we covered why we call each other Becky.
Mm-hmm. And then I want to talk about that show, The Devil in Ohio. Devils in Ohio.
The Devil in Ohio.
Devil in Ohio. It messes with my emotions.
Like, really bamboozled by it.
I am.
I don't know. I have not thought about it much. Like, there are definitely shows that like you watch, and whenever it ends, you can't stop thinking about it. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of which show has done that for me. It's been a while.
A lot of the I get like that with Snapped, even though I can watch a marathon. I'll think about like they were happy until they weren't. Or it's a sleepy little town. It's always a sleepy little town. I always wonder what my intro would be. Like if someone was like, they always say shit. They always talk about their looks, which gets on my nerves. They're like, she was such a beautiful girl. I'm like, well, what if she was ugly and she's still
then she wouldn't be on it. Honey. Love you. But we are in our mid-30s, and we know by now, especially through this podcast and the research that we have done, unless you're good looking or the story is that salacious, no one really gives a fuck.
I mean,
the whole world is fucked up.
When you're right, you're right.
I know.
Another thing we learned is that Sassholes is apparently, what did I say it was earlier?
I didn't pay any attention.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Because I just didn't care. I was like, okay, so some other podcast.
No, I mean, they just call their people that. I just wanted to say that we didn't know that. Because we don't. Unfortunately, we don't listen to it. But I heard it was good.
Yeah. I don't think we would have came up with a podcast name that's a parody of something.
No, we never would have done that.
No.
What is it? Sword and Scale. Sorcerer in the Stone. Sword and Scale. Anyway, somebody told me that.
Do they do tarot card readings?
No, I think it's true. I think it's true crime too.
Interesting.
I haven't listened to it. Anywho,
wish them luck. Our apologies if it appears that we did anything about anything.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, so you gave Leslie her shirt.
Oh my god, she loved it.
Leslie.
Oh yeah, Leslie Leonard.
So Heather, she did the merch. She ordered us some shirts, which felt really, really cool. You also feel a little douchier.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, I just want to make. So we both wore them. We've been doing our Becky's Staycation. So Heather, we're recording this on Monday. It's Labor Day.
Yeah.
Or Memorial Day, as I called it today.
And yesterday and the day before.
It is what it is. I care and know about the big important.
Yeah.
So, Jess. I forgot where I was going. I saw a fucking
our shirts.
Oh, yes. And we wore them here around the house. And I still was like, when am I ever going to be able to wear this out?
No.
I don't feel like we can.
No.
But speaking of, so Leslie loved it. And then
she did.
Travis told me that his new coworker, Lovely, loves us. And that just kind of made my entire existence because she did her own little, I'm going to say cyber sleuthing and found me and realized that I was the Brooklyn from the podcast A Couple of Sassholes.
So random.
It's so random and it felt really, really great. It made my existence. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe. I think it's because when Heather and I decided to do this, Heather told me a million times that people would listen to it. Because I honestly was like, no one's going to listen to this shit, Heather. I love you. It sounds like a lot of work. No one's going to listen to it. Blah, blah. And then
now people are listening.
Well, whenever it started, Heather has a million friends. I have like
you have
a handful. No.
Yeah.
I have maybe some acquaintances. I have a handful of just one handful.
All your friends right now are going to be like, well, she's talking about me.
Yeah, I am. I am talking about you right there. But anywho, yeah. I guess I thought no one was going to listen, or it was just going to be one of Heather's 8 million friends that she has. And so it was really exciting to hear that someone listened to us that I don't know where the connection is. Like, I don't know if, like, how Lovely found us, but it's awfully lovely that she did. And I know that was cheesy.
Oh, your face implies that you know and you don't care.
I don't care. And your face is like, I hate you. I'm like,
sure, she's never heard any of those.
I'm sure. All right. So I guess I should start, and we'll save some other jazz for the next one.
Oh, yeah. The next one's just us not talking. So today, we already said we were doing 2.
Did we?
Yeah.
Why don't we say it again?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, we're doing 2. Brooklyn's going to do a 1-woman show, and then I am, so we can take a motherfucking break.
I know. I love doing this, and it's so much fun. But, new work starting next week, and Heather's birthday is creeping around the corner.
She is.
We need a little breather.
Oh, my God, 15 days from today.
That is wild.
Keeps getting faster.
You know, Heather's birthday is 9/20, and my birthday is 10/20. I don't know if the world was trying to tell us something, but we took it for what it is. We're supposed to be besties. So we did.
Yeah. And
so today I'm going to talk about my own little story here. My information came from Wikipedia, BBC, News 24, and Grunge. I'm going to talk about Oscar Pistorius. And do you know anything about this one?
Just like the elevator pitch you gave me like 2 years ago.
I definitely mentioned him when we were at the airport in Mexico, oddly enough. I remember saying, I really want to do this story. And so this was one of those cases that like I actually followed when it was going on. And this was back in 2013, 2014. So I'm always so blown away when like a famous person has everything going for them. And then they throw it all away by like embracing their own fucking demons, essentially, because that's really what happened here. So this is the story of Oscar Pistorius, aka the Blade Runner. And this to me is like damn near the closest thing that we'd also find to like Aaron Hernandez, except for his shit was way too wild. Aaron Hernandez, for anyone who doesn't know, was the professional football player who killed someone at a club, right? Went to jail. Oh, yeah. Went to jail and then killed himself. And then there was a lot of underlying...
I forgot that he killed himself.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of underlying jazzy bits about him liking manly
Jazzy bits. That's the name of
the episode. God, every time. I always got to say
Jazzy bits.
But anyway.
It's your screen name. Okay, but
yeah. I mean, who cares? The whole point is for you to
interject.
Yeah, that's how it works.
This is like our game.
So I'm also going to pre-apologize too, because I honestly think that he's hot as fuck. I'm sorry. I should not think that people are hot
because he's a bad person.
Yeah, he's a fuck wad.
Oh,
nugget.
Can you use my phone? So wait, no, I don't have the internet on this laptop.
Here's your phone.
I want to look him up.
He's perfection. As his appearance, his outer shell is beautiful. His inner shell, or his inner bits, suck.
His jazzy bits.
Yeah, jazzy bits. Anyway, so he was born in November 22nd of 1986. So he is like smushied in between our ages. Smushy right in there. I'm 87. What are you, 82? What?
5. 85.
I know that's
2 is the minimum amount of broken bones that I will give you.
Okay. That's cute. Anyway, so he was born in South Africa. So both of his feet were amputated when he was 11 months old. That was because of a congenital defect called fibular hemimelia.
Don't act like a doctor.
I know. I'm so, I just say it all witty and quick. Which basically means that he was born missing the outside of both feet and both fibulae.
Oh.
So he had his feet amputated. So he still had calf action. Just want to make that clear. He attended, okay, I'm going to suck at all of this because it was South Africa, guys. And I am not a linguist.
No one comes here for the hard facts.
Yeah.
They come here for murder stories and dick jokes. So I think it's okay.
Okay. He went to this primary school and the Pretoria Boys High School where he played rugby. Wow. I've had 3 sips of my beer and I'm thriving on it. He also played water polo and tennis, and he took part in like Olympic wrestling. Like he was super focused on sports. His parents really wanted to get him into it, and he was like, well, I'm all for it. At one point, I believe it was, because he had a knee injury playing rugby in June 2003. In January 2004, he was introduced to running, and he never looked back from there. So he competed in T44, which is single below the knee amputees events that were, and then there's also, but he was classified as a T43, which is a double below knee amputee. Shit can get real dicey in here because he wins a lot of awards. He wins awards in non-amputee related sports and ends up going off to the Olympics. There is, honestly, what blew my fucking mind is like, I felt like there was so much information about this whenever the case happened, but like when you're looking for it, bits and pieces I couldn't even find.
Really?
And all that is like really focused on, no bullshit, the part of his like him murdering someone is like this big. Like imagine a small penis. And then the parts about,
don't make me do that.
Sorry.
What?
Anyway, it's like very small compared to like all the information about this fight between him being a T23 or a T43 or a T44 runner and where that fell in the Olympics and whether or not he should have won certain races and where it landed him and all kinds of shit. So guess what? I don't really care too much. If you guys really want to know, go for it and look. So basically, he took part in the 2004 Summer Paralympics in Athens, and he came third overall in the T44 100-meter event. Despite falling in the preliminary round for the 200 meters, he qualified for the final. He went on to win the final in a world record time of 21.97 seconds, beating a pair of American runners who both had single amputations. So in 2005, Pistorius finished sixth in the non-disabled South African Championships over 400 meters with a world record of 47.34 seconds. And at the Paralympic World Cup in the same year, he won gold in the 100 meters and 200 meters, which he was beating his previous 200-meter world record. In 2006, he won the Athletics World Championships. He won gold in 100, 200, and 400-meter events, breaking the world record again. In 2007, he set a disability sports world record for the 400 meters in South African Senior Athletics Championships. And I could go on. Seriously, he's like 6.
No, he didn't.
Oh, no, it would be very kind of boring. If I read it all, you'd be like, wow, okay, I really don't care. I get it. He did well. He was invited by the IAAF, the International Amateur Athletic Federation, to the IAAF Grand Prix.
The IAAF.
Yeah.
I had to do something to break that up.
You didn't like that? So he wasn't able to attend, however, he had other shit going on. Long story short, he legit just won a ton of awards. And in the 2012 Olympics, he crushed it. He was super well known and became pretty popular from it all, as you'd imagine. In May 2008, so even years before it, Pistorius made the Time 100, Time Magazine's annual list of the world's most influential people, appearing third in the Heroes and Pioneers section. Eric Weinemeyer, who is the first blind person to climb Mount fucking Everest. Okay, Eric. Yes, sir. I'm going to read more about him. He was pretty cute too. Accidentally clicked on his stuff. He wrote an essay. I really did accidentally. My finger got all excited.
That's a weird thing to say.
Isn't it? He wrote an essay that Pistorius was, here, and I quote, on the cusp of a paradigm shift in which disability becomes ability, disadvantage becomes advantage. Yet we mustn't lose sight of what makes an athlete great. It's too easy to credit Pistorius' success to technology. Through birth or circumstance, some are given certain gifts, but it's what one does with those gifts, the hours devoted to training, the desire to be the best. That is the true heart of a champion. Yeah. Okay. Eric, I'm going to start following you for motivational quotes.
Right.
And then he made the list again in 2012. So like homeboy is just thriving. So he meets this awesome girl named Reeva Rebecca Steenkamp, and he started dating her in November of 2012. She was born on August 19th, and she was a South African model and a paralegal. She modeled for FHM magazine and was, do you think I could go to my doctor and like show them our podcast and they'd be like, yes, you need Adderall?
No.
You are dyslexic.
You need Adderall because
I
you're
don't know. I just
dyslexic.
think Adderall's what I would want.
I know, but you were like, because
So it doesn't
my
solve
letters are
dyslexic.
jumbled,
I
so
know
I
they
really
are.
need to focus, quote unquote.
Yes.
I need to focus.
FHM magazine was the first face of Avon Cosmetics in South Africa. Steenkamp, you should look her up. Did you look her up? Reeva Steenkamp. Steenkamp once worked as the live roaming presenter for fashion TV in South Africa and starred in television advertisements for Toyota Land Cruiser, Clover the One, Reds and Aldoor, Pin Pop. I don't know what any of that is. Well, I do know what the Toyota Land Cruiser is, but I don't know what the other shit is. She was a celebrity contestant on the BBC lifestyle show.
She's pretty.
Gorgeous. Baking Made Easy in 2012 and on Tropica Island of Treasure Season 5, which aired on SABC 3 in February.
See, some pictures of him, I think he's attractive, and then some I'm like, you're not my
Where?
type.
Where are you
Not
finding
my
him when
type
he's not looking
at
like a
all.
cute little button?
See, that one, he's cute. I don't know. That one.
Yeah. Heather showed us a photo of him crying horribly in court. She's like, there. I'm sure you look just as cute crying too.
I'm a cute crier. No, I'm not. You're supposed to agree with me.
Yeah. You're
Have my back no matter what.
Okay. So here's the dill pickle.
She's too pretty for it.
Yeah. Well, they're both attractive. Anyway, so she meets Oscar in November. They meet through a friend of a friend. They go to dinner. They end up going to some event, which you're probably seeing some photos of. Essentially, the way that Oscar says is he was like, I was actually into her more than she was into me. We both had pretty toxic relationships before that had ended. So it was November, and what I'm talking about is February 14th of that following year. So we're not talking very long here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of an important thing. So when I remember back when I heard about all of this shit, I definitely thought they had been together a lot longer than that.
They're just 4 months.
Yeah. And they met in November. So they had a great first date, and it was easy conversation. They got coffee the next day, and then they were together for 6 days in a row after that. But then she had to go overseas for something, and then came back and they resumed their dating. So I don't know. It sounded like it was kind of hot and heavy in the very beginning. And then obviously she came back and they were together, but whatever. Long story short, they were dating. It was Valentine's Day of 2013.
Okay.
So Pistorius was arrested on the morning of Valentine's Day, 2013, after his girlfriend was killed in their home. So they arrived to Pistorius's house where he shot Steenkamp 4 times through the bathroom door. What? He didn't deny shooting her, but claimed her death was a tragic mistake. So here are things that are really...
Okay, so he shot her.
He shot her.
Because I don't know what the story... Okay.
So even when I'm going through all the research, I remember specifically that they had gotten in a fight and neighbors had heard them fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the middle of the night, the way it all plays out is that they got into a fight. She went to the bathroom, was leaned up against the door, upset, had locked herself in because she didn't want to fucking deal with him. And he shot her through the door. Then he beat the door down, tried to help her. A neighbor came in, a whole kind of...
She locked him out and then he shot her and then he had to knock it down because he couldn't get in, right?
Right.
Because she's like, she can unlock it. Ugh.
Right. She was from what I can see from the neighbor, well, I'll get there. So there's a few things that I remember from the trial that never popped up through my research. So I had to dig. And so through 4 or 5 articles, did I find any mention of these other 2 moments.
Okay.
It's a little premature whenever I inserted it into my research, but we're going to talk about it. So Pistorius was also charged with contraventions of the Firearms Control Act. He allegedly fired a shot from a Glock pistol under a table at a Johannesburg restaurant in January 2013. And then so that was just 1 month before. And September of that following year, right? September 30th of 2012, he allegedly shot through the open sunroof of a car while driving with his friend.
Thinks he's Wile E. Coyote.
He has some issues with guns.
Yeah.
And so whenever everything happened, originally people were taking his side, but then they start going in and you're like, whoa, you already had a gun issue. You got real fucking pumped to fucking pull that trigger. Some kind of small dick energy was coming in hard and fast whenever he got near a gun.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Basically, if he did a review, he wouldn't be a cop because of his issues with I believe that he wouldn't even have fucking made it through that. So according to Pistorius, he believes Steenkamp was still in bed. confusing.
What?
Because the way that he said it too,
He's just shooting through the door and thinks she's asleep.
he thinks it's there's a lot of
That's so dumb. Okay.
So that's the first part.
That's
so
dumb.
he says that he believes that she's still in the bed and the noises he heard through the bathroom door were coming from someone who had broken into his home.
So they just break in and they're like, I'm going to steal your Q-tips. Like, why would they go and lock themselves in your bathroom?
He claimed he had fired his weapon in self-defense. Although their story sounded shaky to many and initially seemed to the public and to the justice system, they were inclined to side with him. So the trial begins March 3rd of 2014, and everyone thought he was going to get a light sentence. But during the trial, these details start to come out about Pistorius' past. A psychological evaluation revealed he did not suffer from a generalized anxiety disorder, which is what he had said made him so panicked that's why he thought it was a home invader.
In your butt. That's so stupid. I can't get over the fact that
so then I see no part of this in my research, but I remember watching it. They made him, so he said he didn't have his legs on, that he was in bed, heard the noise, got up, and shot through the bathroom door.
Is he below the knee or above the knee?
Remember, he only had his feet amputated.
So below, okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think.
The feet are located below the knee. Yes, and that's why you'll see there's like a photo if you look him up. It's him walking on his nubs because they had to. This is the other fucking part. The height. With his feet on, he was way higher. Oh. So he said that, and so they made him take off his feet, and if he would have shot through a door, it would have been lower. He had his feet. He was awake. Had his legs on. Yeah. And shot through the door standing. Not that he didn't have it. It was lower to the ground and would have shot midway through.
That's really stupid.
Yeah. Didn't see that in any of the research either that I had gone through, which I remember that because that was like a huge moment in court. They're like, he was like, no, I did not put my legs on because I was scared. You didn't confirm that Reeva was right fucking next to you in the goddamn bed that you were in?
Yeah, like, how do you, think about as many times in the middle of the night as you go to pee. Like, you would know if Travis wasn't in there when you got up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
So the feet part doesn't make any sense. The fact that he thinks it was a home invader and just shot through the door for blowing my mind to shoot through the door like that.
4 times.
Yeah.
Not say, come out, I have a gun. Yeah. Already, I'm just going to shoot 4 times.
Right into the door. Mm-hmm. Fuck it. I'm not even going to confirm that my girlfriend didn't have to go pee in the middle of the night. Insane.
That's really dumb.
I know. So if it could be any more interesting, this was not his first time being accused of violence against women.
No, shock.
According to Vanity Fair, he was arrested for assault in 2009 as well.
For who? Girlfriend?
It didn't say. Wait, what did you say?
Girlfriend?
What do you
I'm assuming it was a girlfriend. Like you said, assault against women.
I have no idea. I was like, what do you mean? Girlfriend?
No, I just assume it was a girlfriend because you said violence against women.
Yeah. Or he could just punched a random person.
He heard somebody in the bathroom, just shot him up.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So, the way that they portray it is that they had gotten into a fight and she, like I said, she barricaded herself in there and was just standing on the other side of the bathroom. And he shot through and killed her. That's sad. Which that would be insane. I mean, there's probably no level of fear. You weren't expecting it. You probably died really fast.
How old was she?
29.
Oh, yep. That's even worse.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, not that it would have been bad either way. But.
Yeah, there's no good in it. Mm. Yeah. So after 6 months, after a 6-month trial, he was found guilty of culpable homicide and reckless endangerment and received an 8-year maximum sentence. According to Oxygen.
8?
8. He served less than a year before being permitted on early release.
Why?
They opposed his shockingly light sentence, the prosecutors, and appealed the verdict in 2015. The appeals court overturned the culpable homicide conviction in 2015 and instead found him guilty of first-degree murder.
Good.
So they increased his sentence to 13 years.
That's still shit.
Guess when he's ready?
Stop. Is he out?
No, he's eligible for parole next year.
But, I hate that.
I know, right?
I mean,
the more they talked about it too, I think the parts that were bamboozling in it was the fact that leading up to that he shot a gun.
Yeah. So
when you shoot a gun, a bullet comes out of the gun. And then if you shoot it in the air, it still has to come down.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
And that will kill people. People have died from gunfire into the air that then a mile away lands and kills them.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't
They
shoot.
probably should do it all willy-nilly on the cowboy shows.
Yeah.
Because they do.
They do. They're like very wild,
I never thought about that until this moment.
Yeah.
Never once.
You never thought the bullet?
No. All the time I'm never around guns, Nerf guns, squirt guns.
I know, but I've always known that from just TV. I don't just have a gun where I'm like, I wonder who that. Like,
I've never thought about it until just now.
And the same thing for him shooting in a like he shot a fucking gun under a table. Like, did he think no one? I don't think he understood what a fucking gun was. To be honest,
yeah, it sounds.
I think he got really honestly. I think he got really pissed off in a fight and shot through the door out of like his disrespect for what a gun was capable of doing.
Yeah,
he saw it as like a loud bang and like a dick,
like a power move.
Yeah, shoving up his dick. That's what I said. But yeah, it was a power move.
Wait, I need a minute. I gotta marinate that. You're like dick chubbing. And I was like, what? I mean, I get it. I know the anatomy of it, but it just sounded funny hearing it coming out of your mouth.
I believe it did.
Oh, that got me. Okay.
So I just think I don't even think he intended on killing her. I don't think he respected a gun and even knew what the fuck it did. Or he wouldn't be shooting it under a table in a restaurant.
I mean, where did it go?
I remember.
Could you imagine just sitting there?
Right to the floor.
Oh, he shot down.
Shot down.
In my head, it was like straight over. I don't know why.
To kill someone?
I guess. He got mad. He didn't like his crab rangoon.
Who knows?
Something. Fucking asshole. That sounds good. We should have gotten that today.
Yeah, he's a fuckwad.
I know.
What else?
So he gets out when? Or can get out?
He can get out next year.
We're watching that. They better show it on TV.
I'm sure they will, unless they just don't want to talk to him. But I don't know. Everything that when you look him up right now is about the fact that he was given one sentence and that it was changed. Because there's too much of this, that's not, you can't shoot a gun into a door where it is apparent there's someone in that room.
And it's a bathroom. It's not a bedroom.
Yes.
Like a bathroom's going to be not very wide. Like you knew better than that.
You knew better.
A bedroom, you have the off chance that you'll miss.
I know, but I don't know how many.
All the doors that I've shot up, I didn't know.
Yeah, right. I've gotten into fights, and if I was gonna cry, you close the door and you lean up against the door.
Yeah.
Or she was standing in front of a mirror washing her hands. If it's my bathroom down here, not washing her hands, but maybe looking at the mirror, watching herself cry. I don't know.
That's very Lifetime-esque,
isn't it?
Watch yourself cry.
So sad.
Yeah, that is really sad.
At least they overturned it and he ended up still. But it was Valentine's Day too. How fucked up is that? He killed her on Valentine's Day.
He thought somebody was
together long enough. The amount of time, how pissed off could you really been?
Something was definitely up in Pirates Cove about that one.
They also had talked to about at one point them fighting. I don't remember anything about what they could have been fighting about. He doesn't mention that they were fighting. It was that other people had overheard them fighting. Obviously, he's not going to say we got into a huge fight, and then I never checked the bed. I don't know. It's what do you
no.
Let's say you get into a huge fight with Will and then shoot him through a door, and then you're like, I gotta hurry up and come up with a lie.
I don't think
that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what happens, right? You get an attorney, and they're like, what happened? What did the cops see? What did everyone else see? Mm-hmm. What was your first? That's the first logical thing to say is that you thought it was an intruder, and then they stop and then they ask everything else, and you're like, oh, okay, that didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
that's like me shooting you in the guest bedroom and being like, I thought it was an intruder, but your best friend was there. Yeah, right, but I thought it was an intruder, but she could have.
You guys heard it first, guys. Y'all heard it first.
Yeah, no, because I respect the violence of guns. I don't just shoot them into floors.
That's so wild.
Didn't we listen to on My Favorite Murder, that one where somebody accidentally shot a gun through a hotel room and killed somebody else?
Killed just a guy, hanging out.
Sitting on his bed eating a Snickers. And a Coke.
Yeah. And then they try to lie about it as they felt.
How terrible would you feel?
Yeah.
And why would you ever think that it would have killed somebody?
Yeah.
If I accidentally shot it, I wouldn't think that I accidentally killed my neighbor being in this, but that's what happens too.
Okay. Well, now I have a lot of new anxieties about guns that I never had before.
Really? You sure have anxiety?
I do. You know that.
I know. I know that they're serious. I'm not concerned. I'm not going to go into gun safety and violence on here.
You should.
Yeah, because we'll win a whole bunch of followers by talking about that.
Well,
So, see, that was a shockingly short story. I was hoping it would be.
yeah, but it's still like a lot. Like, I don't know. Because you want to feel sorry for. It's weird that you picked a story like that. Because next episode, you should feel sorry for people and also.
Great.
But yeah, that was. I never knew the whole story. I don't think you gave me like the elevator pitch of it.
Yeah. I mean, damn near that's what the whole pitch of it is, besides the fact that it was apparent that this could happen.
Yeah.
Like he had dropped a few red flags along his journey that was like, hey, I might do something really fucking dumb with a gun.
Yeah.
Because I've done some dumb shit with guns.
That sounds really dumb.
Yeah.
I just can't. His lie was like, what Intruder's like, I need Q-tips. I'm going to go in here first. This is where I need to go.
I think that's always Q-tip.
I don't know. I mean, like, what are you rooting around in the bathroom for?
I don't know. What if you guys
a really good hairdryer? What?
What? I don't know. What if it's nerve wracking? What if they have
like doing a beanie and then they're like,
oh man, I gotta pee so bad.
Oh, I thought you meant you really did right now.
No.
It's like, well, go pee. I'll pause it.
No, I'm talking about that. The Intruder.
Yeah, maybe they have to pee too.
Yeah, I mean, Intruder.
They never show it on TV. They're like, I have to pee.
I don't know. Maybe that's what he thought. Fucker.
Well, I don't know.
I don't either. How long was that?
Huh?
How long was that?
We're at 40. It'll probably be about 40 minutes.
So
It was still meaty. Huh? Did you say sorry it was so long?
Sorry, it wasn't so long.
Oh, no. That was delightful. I like that story because I didn't know about it.
It's bummer. It was I remember it being such a big deal back whenever it happened.
See, you remember a lot more things than like I do, like about that stuff. You're always like, remember that it happened when it happened live, and I'm like, no.
Huh. I watched a lot of court TV, I guess. Because I watched
I love that shit.
I watched Stupid Fucking Fuckwad Fuck Bitch.
Are you talking about Casey Anthony?
Yeah, I sure am. How did you know that?
Because we are that close.
Yeah. Fucking Casey Anthony. Fuck her. Yeah, that bitch.
Yeah, she's gross.
Catch me outside. I don't like her. Her and Jody Arias.
Oh, God. That's what we could have done.
Oh, let me get Jody. I hate how intrigued I am by her.
I know.
There's very few that I mean, she's psycho, and I feel so bad because the guy's name's Travis, and he was awesome. I mean, kind of. He was kind of a little naughty, too.
He was a naughty Mormon. Like,
he was a user.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely implied some stuff with some, I don't know, or wasn't clear.
Who knows?
Sex.
Who knows?
I mean, based on, I don't know, all his friends, for anyone that doesn't remember this, Jodi Arias is the one that killed her boyfriend, Travis. Forgot his last name. And it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was very brutal and terrible. And all his friends had kind of talked about it, and they were like, they knew it was Jodi, which is so crazy. If I got murdered right now, who do you think it would be?
They would probably think it was me, but
I have an idea of who I would think it would be. But for you, I'd think you'd be a random murder if you got murdered.
It'd be somebody I pissed off like 10 years ago or something.
I just don't see anyone murdering you. Like,
well, that was nice.
Oh, no, not because you're awesome. I just don't see these.
I take it as a compliment. You're like, no, not absolutely not because of anything that you think it is. Because there's just not an opportunity. Like, you literally just shot me down so hard when I was like, oh, that was sweet. And you're like, oh, not because of any of that good stuff. It's not anything because you're a good person, because people like you. It's just because you don't hang out in dark alleys and do drugs. Like, that's, okay, cool, whatever. It's fine. I need wine. I need ice for this.
No, I was going to say.
No,
listen. Okay.
I'm going to pick my ego up.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm going to throw this microphone. Please stop. I know, JT. It's JT's microphone, not that our microphone's named JT. That'd be weird. No, I was just saying, I don't feel like you've done anything like murder worthy. And I think I've done some I've possibly pissed off enough weirdos. Maybe I would have a disgruntled ex or something that would kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Yeah. And my exes I've been with Travis for 2 beautiful years now, but that doesn't mean crazy exes aren't still there. Anyhow.
Okay, I'm back.
I know. I don't know that we have anything else to say.
Something else to say. As you can hear my legs sticking to the chair. It is hot in here.
We can crank the air.
Can
down. I've been working real hard to pay these bills.
Yeah. Oh my God. You keep saying that.
I know.
I've been working real hard to pay these bills.
I know.
Well, when this airs, you'll be working with me.
I will be. Yay.
I promise she's excited, y'all.
I am. Tis true.
I'd be more excited if you would rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes.
That would be
Please.
delightful.
Maybe give us some input on the length of episodes that you're like.
Yeah,
do you
even
like
if you
40 minutes? Do you like 30 minutes?
Look, she's trying to shorten it. All of a sudden, we're going to do 5-minute episodes.
100 minutes?
Who says it like that?
No one.
People that are like, my baby is 128 months old. Like, that's how you just 100 minutes.
I am who I am, and I'm not upset about it.
Well, that makes one of us.
Eat it.
Okay.
Bye.
Theodore, can I